I'd like to respectfully honor and acknowledge that St. Albert Sturgeon Hospice Association operates within Treaty 6 territory and the homeland of the First Nations and Métis people in Alberta. We acknowledge all recognized and unrecognized who have cared for and continue to steward this beautiful land. I hope you're bundled up and have some hot chocolate warmed up in your little paws, and that you've come tonight to share in the warmth, the remembrance, and the compassion that this event brings to the community. I'm very excited to introduce our guest MC for tonight, a man who has been broadcasting for over 36 years, CBC Radio's Edmonton AM host, Mark Connolly. Please join me in welcoming Mark.
Thank you, Heidi. And my job is to introduce all the public servants who I've been told are going to adjust their speeches to the wind chill. So thank you very much for that. It's a real honor to be here. I've been actually in broadcasting for 45 years, 36 years with CBC. CBC is very glad to be part of this event because we are part of the community. And growing up in Edmonton my whole life, I've also known Covenant Health because I was born at the General Hospital, which is now the General Continuing Care. My parents had emigrated from Ireland. My parents had I have two older brothers, so my dad had to stay home when I was born, and my mom was sent off to in a cab, dropped her off on Jasper Avenue. She barely got in the door, and I was born. So yeah, we've been part of this community for all my whole life. I'm unfortunately we all at some point are going to be very conversant in the death of a loved one. My brother passed away at Grey Nuns Hospital with hospice care there, and it was just a tremendous experience for our family because of that. And I know the work they do here is so important to that, and all of you here know that because that's why you're here. So we really appreciate you coming tonight. It's really special to be part of it. Lots of people contributed to making this a special night tonight. It couldn't happen without the various levels of government and also the community and the donations that people like you make, whether you're volunteers or making generous cash donations. It's very much appreciated. It just doesn't happen overnight. And I want to thank all the volunteers who are here tonight. Thank you very much for everything you've done. Let's give them a hand. Including our choir, who are fabulous. Excellent. And so we have some special people who are here going to say a few words on behalf of the various people who have contributed. Michael Cooper, many of you will know, is a Conservative Member of Parliament for the constituency of St. Albert Edmonton. He was first elected in 2015, re-elected in 2019, 2021. He now serves as the Shadow Minister for Democratic Reform. He's in Ottawa this week because Parliament is in session, but we welcome Patty Schultz, his constituency assistant, to say a few words on his behalf. Patty, come on up.
So thanks so much. It's my pleasure to be here this evening on behalf of Michael Cooper, Member of Parliament for St. Albert Edmonton, to participate in the 5th annual Lighting the Way campaign. Since 2014, Sasha has provided extraordinary assistance to members of our community and their families that are affected with life-limiting illness. Lighting the Way is a meaningful remembrance for those we lost and a show of support to those in palliative care. The continued success of Sasha, as well as the Lighting the Way campaign, would not be possible without the support of the staff, volunteers, and sponsors. On behalf of MP Michael Cooper, I'd like to wish you all the best for this year's campaign.
Now, Dale Nally just made it over here because the Ledge is in session. So, Dale, you were pretty busy over there, I assume? Yeah? Working hard. Dale is obviously the MLA for this area. He was elected April 16, 2019, sworn in as Minister of Service Alberta and Red Tape Reduction in June of last year. He represents the constituency of Morinville, St. Albert, as a member of the UCP. Dale's been on my show before. This is much more pleasant, Dale, I'm sure, than being on my show. He's a remarkable advocate for our community, and we'll give him a CBC toque afterwards, just so he can wear that back to the Ledge. Would you, Dale? I'm sure. Please welcome Dale Nally.
Thank you for that. Thank you, everybody. And yeah, I actually see Mark a few times a year, but I always remember the press gallery dinner, which of course I can't talk about.
No.
But let me just say, this is the nicest you've ever been. And so it turns out you're a nice guy after all. So be nice at the press gallery dinner in a couple weeks. Thank you, I appreciate that. Seriously, this is an important night. For me, I spent 22 years in retail. So when you go into a retail store and you hear the Christmas music, I've tuned that out. You do that after 20 years of retail. So for me, Christmas doesn't start until now. This to me is one of the things that is the signal that we're entering the Christmas season. So it's a very special night. I'm glad everybody was able to come out. Thank you for the invitation. I'm honored to bring greetings. So I'm honored to join you at the St. Albert Sturgeon Hospice Association's 5th annual Lighting the Way event. I bring with me greetings from the Alberta government as well as my support for this beautiful event. This event is dedicated to raising awareness and vital funds for palliative care. Sasha's support of Foyer Lacombe Hospice means so much, and your presence here tonight tells me that your hearts have not only been touched by loss, but have also found comfort through the work of this amazing organization. None of us want to think about our loved ones needing palliative care, but when we are faced with heartbreak, it's comforting to know that good people are there when we need them the most. I want to thank Heidi Evans for organizing the event and for inviting me here tonight, as well as the St. Albert Sturgeon Hospice Association and Foyer Lacombe Hospice. Thank you for all that you do, and God bless.
Thank you, Dale. The press gallery dinner will be on Monday. So, yeah, that's a good one. We want to welcome Mayor Kathy Heron as well. She served continuously on St. Albert City Council since 2010, and then was elected mayor in 2017 and re-elected in 2021. As mayor, she's established an environment where collaborative and consensus buildings help the citizens of St. Albert work their way through the many challenging things happening in the city. And I've had Kathy on the show as well before. You're always welcome, Kathy, whenever you like. Come on up.
So I was told to adjust for wind chill, so I'll just wave and go sit down. On behalf of my council, and I think it's important to point out that I've got two council colleagues joining me here today, Councillor Bermansky. She was back there. Wave.
There she is.
There she is. And Councillor Mike Killick is right here. So thank you both for joining me. And of course, this is River. He's joining me too. Being the locally elected order of government, generally I do come after the MP and after the MLA. So all the stuff has been said. But I can tell you that this lighting up of the trees that are so visible from, all from St. Albert Trail, of course, but a lot of places in the city, people in St. Albert now think this is a tradition that has been going on for years, but only 5. But it's well ingrained in our community now, and I've even had a couple inquiries about when is it happening? We cannot wait. So for those of you that were putting up lights on cold trees yesterday, and I've heard some stories while we were waiting around this morning listening to the music, thank you. I mean, this is a great thing you're doing for the city of St. Albert, and I'm so proud that I can talk about this event. I can show it off to my colleague friends across Alberta and say St. Albert does it right. So thank you to the volunteers, and of course the cause of hospice. And it's been said already, is something you don't want to think about or want to think about needing, but when you need it, it's there. And those of you that are working in that field, God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Heron. We also wanted to give out a shout out to MLA Marie Renaud, who couldn't be here tonight, but she's been serving as the NDP MLA for St. Albert since 2015. In 2024, she was voted Best St. Albert Personality and Best Local Politician in the Gazette Readers Poll. So she's regrets she was not able to come, but says she gives full support to the Lighting the Way event, Sasha, and the St. Albert community. A few people asked me, they said, oh, I didn't know you were from St. Albert. I'm actually not. I live as far away from St. Albert as you can and still be in the city of Edmonton. But we believe, St. Albert is our people too. We broadcast every morning and talk about St. Albert. And actually, both my sons were born at the Sturgeon Hospital. The oldest son was born at the old Sturgeon and the newest son at the new Sturgeon. So we've had experience in both, and they were tremendous, fabulous. So we're really pleased to be part of this celebration here in St. Albert tonight. So please welcome for our final speech, before we get to the actual lighting up, Heidi Evans. She is started out as a compassionate care volunteer with Sasha, but her skills and talent, passion for work led her to become Sasha's program coordinator in July of 2023. She's successfully meeting the challenge to introduce new programs, extending help offered to those in our communities impacted by life-limiting illness. Heidi is now refreshing her role as Sasha's manager. So please welcome Heidi.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark, so much for taking the heat off of me for a little bit. That was great. You know, this would not be a successful event without the support of our amazing sponsors, and I'd like to take some time right now to thank them all. Thank you first to our presenting sponsor, Neil Rouse. Your enduring and exceptional commitment to Sasha and Lighting the Way helps expand our message throughout the community year-round. Thank you for all that you do. And a special thank you to our marketing sponsor, the St. Albert Gazette, for highlighting our mission and helping us connect with those who need our support the most. We're also deeply grateful for our two gold sponsors, Real Story Communications and Service Credit Union, for the continuous support. You are both instrumental in helping Sasha grow and reach even more individuals in need. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to our 6 silver sponsors, Bright Dental, Jennifer Miles of Desjardins Insurance, Fortis Alberta, the St. Albert Chamber of Commerce, the St. Albert Photography Club, and Summit Counseling Services, as well as our 2 bronze sponsors, Sparkling DKI and Mystica Events. Your collective contributions play a pivotal role in the success of our main fundraising event. Thank you, everyone. Thank you also to the St. Albert and Sturgeon County community members and the organizations who support us year-round and chip in to help make our big event a grand success. Thank you to our dignitaries tonight who joined us, to the incredible Foyer Lacombe staff, and to the dedicated Sasha volunteers, staff, and board members. And to everyone who so generously donated to our Lighting the Way campaign, thank you for your belief in Sasha's vision to light the way along the end-of-life journey with support and compassion. I would also like to express my heartfelt appreciation for the opportunity to connect with you. Many of you have shared meaningful and vulnerable conversations with me, or whether over the phone, in person, or through emails and letters. You've shared what visiting a tree lit up, in memory of your loved one means to you and your family. Some of you have shared the profoundly positive impact that Foyer Lacombe Hospice and the staff have had on your loved one's last days. We've talked about what a good death means, and it's something that is hard to understand unless you've experienced it. Some of you have shared how your loved one's quality of life blossomed through Sasha's consistent volunteer visits. Your stories truly resonate, and I'm deeply grateful for these conversations that I've had with you. I know that tonight we are joined by many family members whose lives have been touched by Sasha's Compassionate Care Volunteer Program, and I'd like to call some family members up now. So please join me in welcoming Matt and Tara Gorman.
Well, it's tough to follow up with that speech there, but I got 25 pages here for everybody to listen to. Hope everybody's all right with that. Good evening. On behalf of my family and my parents, Wayne and Diane, I'm truly honored to be here tonight to share a family story on how Sasha and the respite services have positively impacted our lives, and most importantly, the lives of my mom and dad. My mom recently endured a life-altering illness that slowly impacted her quality of life. She slowly slipped away, losing the desire to do things she loved and unable to enjoy the simple things in life with her lifelong companion, my dad. She was removed from her family, had no appetite, would not leave the house. Over the past 7 months, my parents have faced many challenges. My mom was diagnosed with cancer and spent 3 long months in the hospital. Once she was discharged, my mom had numerous health concerns that required daily care of professionals. It became apparent to my wife and me that both my parents would need additional support if they were going to continue to live at home independently. We do not live in St. Albert, which created concerns. We were not sure if we should reach out to Sasha, as we were uncertain if Mom's health would qualify for the support, as she was not terminal. Then we decided to call Sasha. We were greeted by a warm and compassionate person on the other line, Heidi. We were reassured that even though Mom was not terminally ill, she'd be supported through her life-limited illness. We did not fully understand what life-limiting illness meant, but Heidi communicated the difference in what we were facing was normal, and support would be there. The compassion, empathy expressed by Heidi will never be forgotten. She took the time to meet my parents and scheduled a visit for Laura, our respite volunteer, to meet them within the week. We cannot express enough how much meaning Laura has brought to my mom's life. Her visits have enhanced both her overall well-being and quality of life. Laura visits twice a week. During their time, they often make crafts. She is connected with my mom, bringing out her zest for life. For 2 years, my mom was not engaged with loved ones as she once was. No longer read her books, did not attend her grandchildren's extracurricular activities, missed her high school graduations, and family gatherings were just not an option. I was pleasantly surprised when she texted me shortly after her visit started with Laura. She wanted to tell me about her new friend Laura and everything they did together. Laura is a true gift to our family. She has fostered a connection that was lost. After 62 years of marriage, my dad found himself as a primary caregiver, trying to support his wife. He too was lonely. He had no one to talk to and enjoy everyday life. Laura's visits also benefit my dad, as he can recharge and do things he likes to do when she visits. Laura carefully picks crafts to make with my mom that hold sentimental meaning, fostering a deeper connection to all of us. I am unsure who is prouder to share the items they create, Mom or Dad. Our teenage daughters look forward to seeing what crafts Grandma has made for them. Thanksgiving this year, as it was the first time my mom had been out in so long, the joy we felt when they walked through the door was indescribable. The biggest highlight was watching my parents hand out the bracelets Laura and my mom made for each of us, unique and identified by our names. Dad says once they're on, they stay on. So when he sees me now, and he's always checking the arm to make sure that it's on me. With the help of Laura, Heidi, and the volunteers at Sasha, our family has given the most valuable gift, more quality time with Mom and Dad. The support has not only improved the lives of my parents, but also brought our family closer together, allowing us to cherish every moment we have with them. From our family to Sasha, we are indebted to you. Thanks.
Thank you so much. I think I speak on everyone to say, you remind us of why we do what we do. It's for you guys that we do this. Thank you. So if you haven't already, please help yourself to the refreshments provided by Tim Hortons and OMG Cupcakes. Visit the photo booth at the gazebo that's set up by the St. Albert Photography Club. Enjoy the live music of so noted singers who've already sang and will be singing again, and Mystica's DJ music. But above all else, after the lights are illuminated, I encourage you to take a moment to stroll through the beautiful trees. I know it's chilly, do what you can, see if you can walk through them, and allow yourself to soak in the warmth and the love that surrounds you. Together we are lighting the way, one bulb, one step, and one heart at a time. Thank you, everybody. So can I ask Neil and Christy Rouse and the Gormans to come back up to lead the countdown?
5, 4,